Hello family, welcome back to our lesson on discovery. So far we've been looking at animals. Yes, animals as living things. We've looked at wild animals and today we're going to look at sea animals. Look on your screen. You'll see beautiful pictures of some animals that live in the sea. Now, let us look at how the sea looks like. Ta-da! Yes, they live in the sea. That is why they are called sea animals. Good. You can call it the sea or the ocean. Now, there are different types and kinds of animals that live there. Let us have an example of some of the animals that live there. Yes, look right here at the side. This is a whale. It is called the orca whale. It's so huge and beautiful. Don't you just like it? They all look alike, but this is the whale, and the one here is called the dolphin. This one here is called the dolphin. It features, or it looks a little different from the whale. Now, down below is the shark. You can see it's also different from the whale and also the dolphin, but they all live in the sea. They are very, very huge and big. There are different types of their kind, but today we are just looking at the dolphin. The dolphin here. Good. The whale over here, and then the shark. Good. Let us continue to see more animals. Now look here. This is a seahorse. Yes, seahorse. And the seahorse also lives in the sea. Now look at these ones here. This one is called the octopus. Now it's called octopus because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tentacles. Because the tentacles are 8, we call it octopus. And 8 is called octa. Alright? 8 is oct. That's why we call it octopus. Okay? Now when you come down below, it's an animal that looks like the octopus, but not so much. They have differences. They have some differences, and the differences are the head, the shape of their heads. Look at the head of this one here. Look at the head of the octopus. Now the octopus has its eyes right here. And look at this one. You can see the eyes like a wiggly eye here. Good. Now look at the tentacles. They are also different from the tentacles of the octopus. This one is called a squid. Let me hear you say it. Squid. Good. And this is called octopus. Octopus. And then we have the seahorse here. Good. Now there are many kinds of fishes in the sea. So many of them, different kinds. I believe you've seen some before and you've eaten some of them before. Good. I know you know a tilapia. The tilapia, right? Good. And the red fish and all the nice fish like the tuna and the salmon. Let's look here. You find the clownfish, and it's right here as well. There are other different kinds of fishes here, and they all live in the sea. All right, let us continue. Now we have the starfish here. Does it look like a star? Yes, it does. Now let's see the features that makes it look like a star. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles, and then there's a big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a pentagon shape within here. Have you seen it? Now this is just a star. Good. It is called a starfish. And then right here beside it is an eel. Eel. Now the eel looks so straight and tiny at the bottom, and it has fins that helps it to swim in the water. Now there is another fish down below which is called a stingray. Stingray. They also live in the ocean. Have you seen it? It's flat and then it has a tail at the back. Good. And these are the eyes. Okay. Let's continue. Now there are some fishes that have shells, or animals that are covered in shells, and they also live in the sea. We have some animals that are covered in what? Shells. Good. We have the periwinkle here. Good. And then we have the crab. We have the shrimp. We have the lobster. And then we have the sea turtle. Now, all these animals are covered in a shell, and the shell is a hard cover that they hide in to protect themselves from other animals that would like to eat them up. That is how they protect themselves. So when they see that an animal is coming, they just lie down low, or this periwinkle will enter into the shell. This one here will enter into the shell so that they will not be harmed. Now the sea turtle is also over here. Some of these animals can move out of the water and go onto the land, like the sea turtle, the crab. They can move out of the water and then come onto the land, or get onto the land, do whatever they want to do, and then go back into the water. And they are not harmed. But there are some of the animals that cannot come out of the water or live out of the water. When they stay out of the water, they can't breathe properly. The water has their form of oxygen that helps them to survive. Now, if you are a baby and then you are not properly covered to give you warmth, what will happen to you? You'll be so cold. And when you keep getting cold, you'll be sick. And if you're not taken care of properly, you may die. That is what happens to some of the sea animals. When they move out of the water and they come onto the land, they cannot stay there because that is not their habitat. But some of these animals, like the crab and the turtle, can live out of the water, and even the periwinkle. All right. Now these here are also different sea animals that can also stay in the water and come onto the land. Good. This one here is called the walrus. The walrus. It has some horns, the two horns or the teeth that looks like horns that is coming out of the mouth, and it's long that way. Good. Now it looks different from this one here. This one is called the sea lion. This one here is called the sea lion. It looks almost like the one here, but they are two different animals. Now, the sea lion is here up or up here, and then the one below is called a seal. It has O at the end of the sea, so we call it seal. Now, the seal here is different from the sea lion. Now you can see the two of them are different from the walrus. The walrus is different with the protruding or the long teeth coming down or out of the mouth. Now this one here is the sea lion. With the sea lion, let's look at the differences between the sea lion and then the seal. The sea lion has an ear that can be seen out of the body, but the seal doesn't show the ear out. No, it's flat. Good. Now, the sea lion has long flippers. Can you see the flippers? That helps it to swim in the water. Good. But the seal has short flippers, like the hand. You see, it is different and it's not too long like the sea lion. And then at the back too, it has very short flippers there as well. But look at the sea lion's flippers, they are longer. Good. Now, because of the short arms and legs or the flippers of the seal, it moves on its tummy. It moves on its tummy. It slithers like that on the tummy. But with the sea lion, it has longer flippers, and it helps it to be able to move on its flippers and also behind it. So it can move on the four flippers. Let's count: one, two, three, and the other one is at the other side. Four. It helps it to move like that, so it doesn't walk on its tummy as compared to this one here called the seal. So the difference between the seal and then the sea lion are their ears, their flippers, and then the way they move. The seal moves on its tummy, and the sea lion moves on the flippers. All right, let's move on to other animals. And now here we find the penguins. You see, they also have flippers, and then they have the feet, so they can walk upright, straight on their feet. Now we have the jellyfish here. Looks like a jelly with the wiggly hands all around it. And then we have the seagull. They are very cute, but they live around the banks of the river, the sea, and then they eat the fishes from the sea. They are able to go into the water and then they fly out. So this brings us to the end of our lesson. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and you'll be drawing more sea animals and send them to me. Until then, bye.